Designed with the driver in mind, the all-new Mazda CX-90 is the perfect blend of high-performance appearance and world-class refinement. Right now, get 0.9% financing on the all-new CX-90 at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer. Team Mazda, a member of the Team Automotive Group.
That would be concerning and maybe set a precedent moving forward.
If you had plans to be outside, you might hit a couple of these little passing showers.
A drug bust and a few arrests made. Look at what they hauled in here.
Guten Tag.
Oh,
How are
really?
you? Yeah.
Wow.
And no, in German?
That's German. But either way.
We're going bilingual.
Farfignugan. That's actually Farfignugan, the joy of driving. But that is what I say when the kids sneeze.
Oh.
Is that like Gesundheit, that kind of thing?
It's nice to throw for a loop.
Joy of sneezing.
I like that.
So, Farfignugan. Welcome to a midweek Wednesday here in South Louisiana. You know what we don't have to mess with today? Thank goodness. We've got a few days of dense fog.
Yes.
Not today.
No. In fact, Jared has said that it's been a perfect 10 all day. And even if you look at our sunrise, Jared, it's been actually a beautiful start in our part of the world. Just a little tad bit warm.
Yeah, not too bad, Liz and Matt. Of course, the warmness, we're going to have to deal with that over the next couple of days. But again, as Liz and Matt mentioned, no fog out there. Beautiful visibility. You are looking live over the downtown area, courtesy of Our Lady of the Lake, Sky 9. 67 degrees out your door. Humidity very high, though. No doubt you're going to feel that when you step outside. 88 degrees was the high yesterday. 10 above where we should be this time of year and very close to a record high. Today's record high, 89. We're definitely going to test that out later in the afternoon. Nothing doing on live local radar. We zoom out and we don't have to look too far away to our neighbors in Texas where they've got a broken squall line weakening, but still some lively showers and thunderstorms over in their neck of the woods. There's a look at Category 2 Hurricane Tammy, but that's nothing compared to what they're dealing with in the East Pacific. That is Hurricane Otis, which, by the way, talk about rapid intensification. This went from a tropical storm to a Category 5 in 12 hours. That's almost unheard of, and unfortunately made landfall earlier this morning in Acapulco with 165-mile-per-hour winds. Our thoughts and our prayers are definitely with them. In our neck of the woods, we're going to be unseasonably warm for the next several days, waiting for this big trough of low pressure to drop down that cold Canadian air. Freeze it here on Monday. This is the day before Halloween, and it's on our doorstep. That means Halloween Tuesday looks to be the day of transition when we see a big shift from the spring-like temperatures now to fall-like later in the forecast. I agree with the model that we're going to be in the upper 80s later on today. You do see a couple of isolated showers here and there, so today's going to be one of those wishy-washy 10%ers in the afternoon. Most of us do stay dry, and ditto for the next 7 days. The WPC not showing any measurable rainfall in our neck of the woods. But we're going to see that transition, as I mentioned. Halloween Tuesday, highs only in the upper 70s, then highs only in the upper 60s the day after Halloween, so you might actually need that jacket Tuesday evening for all the trick-or-treaters. For today, no jacket necessary, starting at 68 at the school bus stop, working to 88 in the afternoon, and again, mostly sunny, but maybe an isolated shower. Most of the viewing area stays totally dry. For tonight, I think we fend off the fog for another night with overnight lows in the upper 60s. In the 10-day forecast, we do have a couple of chances of rain we're zeroing in on Monday and Halloween Tuesday. Now, if you're wondering if this 30% is going to affect the trick-or-treating, right now I don't think it will. I think that comes to an end earlier in the day. But again, for Tuesday evening, it's going to be getting a lot colder out there, so the kiddos might need that jacket. Time now 7:06. Johnny Asian, how are those roads looking?
Well, we already know coming in from Denham, we have some slower moving traffic, but also now coming in from Ascension Parish. Let's take a look here at 7:06. There's your Denham to Baton Rouge traffic. I'm going to widen my shot and get out here. We see some red on the interstate. Not good. Coming out of Ascension Parish, this is Highway 30 right there. That's the Tanger Mall. When you get on the interstate at Highway 30 coming toward Prairieville, right past the on-ramp there, we have a wreck blocking the right lanes, and there's your bumper-to-bumper backup. Also, you can see the on-ramp at Highway 30 backing up a little bit onto Highway 30, so be aware of that. Your backups coming in from Ascension start right past Highway 44 and make your way right on past. That's the Highway 30 exit. There's your westbound traffic going from Highway 44 to Highway 30 and then on toward Prairieville. By the time you get to, past that wreck, you're fine all the way in, but our drive times have definitely been affected coming out of Gonzales this morning because of that wreck on I-10 westbound before Prairieville, right there on the highway near Highway 30, right past Highway 30 actually. All right, we hang with you every morning on WAFB Plus, give you the updates on some of the more important events and activities and stories that we followed on 9 News this morning. We go to Studio B and give you a condensed version of that before you leave the house every morning. Right here on WAFB Plus at 7:07. Back to Matt and Liz.
Johnny, thank you. And starting out with the same story, same old tune, but today we might be entering a new chapter here.
So I think we were all, every one of us kind of in the business, you as well at home, trying to judge what it sounded like, because over the last number of days and weeks, we've heard from folks, GOP members looking to be the next Speaker of the House, saying, I'm going to get the votes. I believe I have the votes. That's kind of what we're hearing here as well.
Right.
Is this one any different? This is a Louisiana congressman here. But we're talking about Mike Johnson possibly being the next Speaker of the House.
Yeah.
Does he have the 217 needed? It means he's got only what, 3 or 4 can flip? We'll see.
11 o'clock today is when they're supposed to convene and take that second vote. We'll let you know and stay on top of it, give you an update around noon today.
Needs to happen here quickly and at some point, because we can't get anything done, right?
Yeah.
And some of that is aid to places like Ukraine or into Israel, and aid into Gaza to help innocent Palestinians. A lot going on still here.
There really is, and we're still tracking the death toll for both Israelis and Palestinian people. This as the Israeli airstrikes continue into Gaza. We've got struggling hospitals and places just trying to make it through. Meanwhile, we've got some of those blockades where the limitations of aid are coming in, right? So you've got trucks that are bringing in limited supplies of water and food, but fuel is still a big issue there. Now, Israeli Air Forces are saying that Gaza and Hamas, they have fuel there. They're just not letting people have it.
Right.
They said that they should. So how does this continue in a new day? We're keeping tallies on this to see when some of that will be let through. But again, a lot of that dependent on when the House Speaker gets elected.
The United States also very closely watching all the outside forces that could be trying to impact here as well. Think Lebanon, think Iran, that kind of thing. So a lot in play. We'll keep you in the know. Johnny was talking about it. We have talked about it for a number of days here. The big pileup on I-55, that death toll officially rising to 8 now. Another person ended up dying in the hospital over the last 24 hours. We've also learned that 10 more vehicles were involved, so that brings the total near 170 vehicles involved in this I-55 deadly crash. So at this point, the interstate obviously still closed, as Johnny mentioned, and now it's DOTD taking over to figure out, okay, there was a wide swath of bridge that was kind of damaged here. Let's go inspect it and find out exactly what parts need to be fixed before it's even safe for people to get back on it. Not only that, if you had a vehicle that was impacted by it, in that pile-up, there's a place for you to go and people to reach out to for that. That's exactly right. And so what we've done is we put together that for you in the story, where to go to maybe claim your vehicle, depending on where it's been towed to, the things you need to have. Find this story waiting right now, the WAFB.com website and your 9 News app. Want to let you know about this as well. October is Domestic Abuse Awareness Month, and there are just too many people this is impacting coast to coast here in Louisiana, trying to put a stop to it. Big event last night. She's one of them. She's trying to raise awareness after her twin sister, Maisha Davis, was killed in a murder-suicide in 2021. She says she didn't know the warning signs. There weren't any telltale symptoms. So she actually spoke out last night, wanting people to know to share their stories, victims especially, so more people can get involved and help. And we know that's not easy. So we have a list of resources, people, organizations to get plugged in with, to maybe make that first call, to maybe reach out and say, hey, I need help. Do it discreetly. There are great organizations that are willing to help you and really do that in a careful, methodical way. Have those conversations. They can lead to something here. Conversations here. We talked about this yesterday, what was going to be happening last night. It happened. Ascension Parish School District special board meeting. They're talking about essentially like kind of rezoning some of the areas when it comes to where students would be going to school. It's all revolving around the new Prairieville High School, right? Well, very interesting conversations last night. Yeah, so they looked at 2 of the proposed maps right now, and one of them seems to be leading the way, but there could be amendments to that map in the zone, right? You've got neighborhoods that are already established, right? Like some of them in the Galvez area. What does this mean for some folks who already live there in a neighborhood that's established? And when the school zone comes up, what happens to those students? Can you go to the nearest neighboring school, or can you go to Prairieville High School? Lots of things still to consider, and it seems like the board will be taking these considerations before it moves on and approve anything. They're still taking all of this and then weighing that in. They said they want to get this done by December, right? So that's by December, meaning you still got half of this school year left, and then we'll get everything on board before the next. The very latest waiting for you right here. Want to let you know about this as well. A man missing, trying to get him back home to Hammond. And so we got a good picture here. Obviously, you can see the blue background. This is a driver's license photo. Good picture. Very much want to find him. Does his name sound familiar? Stephen Cotier drives a blue F Ford 150. If you've seen him, well, Hammond police would really like to get in contact with you. Let him know to reunite him with his family. Go ahead and share this story. You can also contact the Tangipahoa Parish Sheriff's Office too. Want to make sure we get him back home. Speaking of home, are you looking to buy a new one. Rough market right now. Actually, Callie Hubbard was live this morning. She talked with some folks from the Realtors Association down here, and the advice, thought it was interesting. Don't get discouraged.
Yeah. And you might be thinking that because, okay, I've been looking for a home for so long, but the prices are high, and even if I sold mine, where would I go?
Yeah,
what
where do
can
you
I
go?
afford?
You're right.
So all of these conversations are truly a reality, but the Greater Baton Rouge Realtors Association says don't be discouraged, that there are some signs where, because a lot of people are in this situation, that might be changing soon. You can look at the report that they've actually shared, the kind of the outlook over the last couple of months here. Callie Hubbard's got those details in her web story.
I want to let you know about this as well. The car repairs, right? So this all has to do with the United Auto Workers strike.
Yeah.
It's not just new cars being built, it's car parts not making it to where they need to be.
Yeah, not only American car parts, but foreign car parts too. So what are your options here? If your car is in need of a repair, well, Medine's Collision Center, they say maybe reach out to your insurance company and see if they can extend that car rental for a couple days, maybe an extra 30 days just in case, because we don't know when this is going to end, but we're only going to see more of those impacts in local cities like ours. So we're continuing to track how the auto worker strike is happening, how that's impacting us. A lot of things going on in just really nationwide.
Flock up,
yes,
boys and girls.
Hey,
it
now.
is the beginning of the NBA season. Actually, it was last night, the tip-off, right? But it is, boys and girls, Johnny, Jared, game one, season opener for the Pelicans tonight. And look, man, if everybody stays healthy, I mean, they should have a decent run.
If everybody stays healthy.
Yeah, I know.
That's the tough part.
If you're not into basketball, I mean, and I'm into women's basketball at LSU and Southern, but not necessarily guys, State Fair tomorrow. State Fair opens tomorrow. Back in Baton Rouge at the fairgrounds on Airline.
So what you're saying is you can watch the Pelicans tonight and get into basketball and then still go to the State Fair opening tomorrow. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
I mean, he's into basketball.
I was just trying to correct it for you.
Yeah. Making sure he's got your schedule down pat. Johnny can do all the things.
I'm ready for my turkey leg over at the fair. Let's go.
There you go.
You've been waiting a whole year for this, so it's time. It is time.
It is time. It's time. We're going to do much more on that tomorrow.
Oh, I can't wait. Taking you live out to the fair. In the meantime, we'll see you in 10 minutes with another check of your weather and traffic. Have a great
The winning play is the Buy Here, Sell Here event at the Team Automotive Group. Buy here and save on hundreds of certified and pre-owned vehicles. Or sell here and we'll pay you top value. Buy here or sell here and you'll be the winner at every location of the Team Automotive Group.
Sure. Okay. Oh.